Well, let's get into the topic of the show this week. Topic of the show this week, we got two, obviously. We got the big one, which is the Game Awards, and we've got the pretty big one as well, actually, which is the Kind of Funny Game Showcase. I thought but I've got the news of the winners. I've got a few of the big news drops from the Game Awards and Kind of Funny Game Showcase. There was so much that we can't get through it all in an hour show. It's never going to happen. So if you haven't watched those shows, go and watch them. They're worth watching. But what I really want to talk about is, especially for the Game Awards, is what we actually thought of the Game Awards. What did we think from a production value, from a pacing point, from a announcement standpoint, and obviously we'll go through the news and the winners just after we get through topic of the show. But yeah, starting off, Mike, what did you think of the Game Awards all in all?
Incredible. I think that you can see the progression, the detail, and the improvement for the past 5 years, and really paid off into this Game Awards. I think this is the best he's ever done. We say that after every year, but truly, if you look back on all the years, there's some ups and some downs. This one, I think, had nothing but ups. I could probably tell you less than 1 or 2 downs, probably 0 downs in my mind. That's how much I enjoyed the Game Awards. I thought the presentation was perfect from Geoff Keighley and his team. I think we really shined the light on the awards.
Yes.
We didn't overshadow them with too many announcements or trailers looking into the future. Of course, we still have that conversation of like, how much can we really look into the future when we should be looking at now? Like God of War, great speech at the end there. Couple of big speeches from Sonic Echo Fox there. That was beautiful. But I mean, all in all, I think this was the best one he's ever had.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it was probably the best Game Awards we've ever had. I think we both come at this from such a different point of view, because what time was it when it showed for you?
That was 6:30 when it started for me.
So, okay, a good time, really. So you just got...
Oh, that's a perfect time.
A lot of people get home from work at that time. They get to sit down, relax, and watch whatever the piece of content they want to watch. So for us over in the UK, it was 1:30 in the morning. I will admit, and I want to say this going in, I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning that day because Haley wasn't well. So I was awake all my life. I was awake for 22 hours by the end of it. So it really, really, really messed me up. And towards the end of it, me and my chat, we got a little bit salty. I'm not going to lie. All of us were like, just give us what we want. Go! The whole time we were kind of acting like whiny little babies. I'm not going to lie to you all. Which was a shame, but it's what happened. Overall, though, I did think it was actually really well paced. I thought that the announcements were big enough. They wasn't too small. There wasn't one that really got my juices going, if I'm honest. But that pug is so cute. Those pugs, I love them.
Get over here. It's right.
But yeah, no, it's one of those ones where I'm like, pacing-wise, I thought it was perfect. Announcement-wise, it's kind of hard to be like, oh, you should have had better announcements. You can only announce what you have there to show. From an X-Points point of view, we didn't get much. The big one was obviously Obsidian's game, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But overall, I'm really, really happy with it. It did shine a light on the awards. It was about the awards. And this is what I want to remind people, especially in my chat. I don't know what your chat was like, but my chat, I feel like they were very much worried or moaning there wasn't enough announcements, which wasn't true, in my opinion. I thought there were plenty of announcements. It just weren't announcements what people really, really wanted. Like a lot of people, the Marvel vs. Capcom exclusive on Switch, Marvel Ultimate Alliance on Switch exclusive. That was a hype moment for me because I own a Switch, but my audience is mainly Xbox, so they're like, oh, well, that's no good to me. Yeah, I just feel 3.5 hours it was. I thought that was quite a good amount of time. I was saying this to Crash the other day, which was, he was saying, oh, what did I think of it? I said, I thought it was good. He said, what do I think about the ads? And I was like, but the ads have to be there. I don't get why people get a little bit jaded when it comes to ads. Nobody, I don't even think myself included, I wouldn't have paid to watch the Game Awards. Like, I would want to watch it for free, the way I have been the last few years, but I wouldn't have paid £5 to watch it with no ads. So if this is how we're going to get this show for free, let's stop complaining about the The one what everyone was moaning about was the non e-cigarettes, the non-vaping.
Oh, the truth campaign? That was good. That was easy there.
The problem, as I've been told, is it's not actually truth. There are some truths to it, and some of it's not true. It's it's an ad campaign. Look, not everything's going to be factual. Like, go do your own research. But it's just like, I just don't get people that complain about ads in this regard. I just don't.
Well, those are all good insights. I agree with you. I think the announcements, nothing meteoric, nothing too weak. It felt like everything was right on the money with what I wanted to see. We had a couple of big ones, a couple of small ones, but nothing where it was like, tear the roof off this place. People are freaking out, which was good. That's what I wanted, because I didn't want it to overshadow the show that we were there to watch.
Yeah.
Agreeance on you with the ads. I think the ads were perfect this year. The Facebook gaming spots, those were awesome. Those insights on those 3 amazing people in the gaming culture world. Awesome stuff to see. And then as well, the only ads that I had, I guess you can count in the truth ones, but they were just the big 3 ads. So you had Nintendo Switch ads, you had PlayStation ads, and Xbox ads. Those were all perfect to me, as opposed to a couple years back. You know, I wanted the Schick Hydro Man to come back, but did you really want to watch Schick razor blades for 4 hours or 3.5 hours? No, you did not. So really, I thought the ads were perfect this year, like you said, Fix. On the other hand, the 3.5 hour show, I'm heads and tails on that. Yes, that's a good show. We get to reward everybody. Everybody gives a speech. Everything is great. It's a good, long, meaty show. On the flip side, I'm like, man, 3.5 hours is kind of a long time. Can we nail that down to 2.5? Or is that too short of an experience? But 3.5 is pretty meaty for you to be all the way across the world to watch that. For me, I think the show started at 5:30. Thing didn't end until 9 o'clock at night. So that's a pretty long day right there to watch.
Yeah, see, I come down there. I think I come down from a content creator's point of view. And for me, 3.5 hours to spend with my community, in chat, talking, and we're all together, and we're all talking about the thing we love, which is games, and we're getting to see these amazing speeches, which none of them went too long, getting to put faces to names and stuff like that. For me, the length was perfect, but I'm always someone that enjoys long things. Especially if it's a work day, it's like, yo, 3.5 hours out of a work day. I'm like, yo, and I get to just sit there and commentate all day. I'm in. Like, for me, I'm in. Like, that works for me. But I totally get what you mean. I think, again, I wouldn't have had such a... I don't think negative's the right word, but I suppose it could have come across negative on stream. We'll say negative for a lack of a better term right now. A negative response to it towards the end there, if I wasn't so tired. I was just so worn out, where I was just like, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I've literally been away 24 hours. I need to go to bed. Just give me the Marvel Avengers trailer, which we never got, and then we got it bloody in the morning. Oh, and I'm like, ah! So, yeah, but I get it. I totally get it. I'm with you. I can totally see why people would think it was too long, but I did think it was kind of the sweet spot for me from a viewer experience and from a content creator's experience.